We're in today with the R7 360. This is a 2013 video card. It's got 896 shaders, 2 GB of VRAM GDDR5 running at 1050 MHz on the core clock, 1500 MHz on the memory clock, 128 bits bus width, DirectX 12, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7-6950X with 10 cores and 20 threads. I have two today in Crossfire. It doesn't show AMD Crossfire enable and 2 GPUs because it's only showing in AMD's control panel. I'm going to show you that and I'm going to see how it's performing. The only difference that I have today is that I wanted to buy a different type of video card and instead this one came from XFX. The original one that I have is from MSI. XFX has got 896 shaders, but it's got only 1500 MHz on the memory clock. And the first video card that I got is got 768 shaders with 1625 MHz on the memory clock. There's a big mismatch in between them because one, it doesn't use 12 volts external supply, and the second one it's using. The third difference is that this one is on X8 and it's on the first slot of the PCI Express, and the second video card is from XFX that is 16X because it's got the full band and you can see the pin connectors on the PCI Express socket that are full, but on the MSI one they are missing. So the moment you see something like that, you know that it's X8. In order not to create any problems, I put them both on 1500 on the frequency in order to not create any artifacts and problems in the Crossfire. In order to activate Crossfire without any cable, this option will pop up if you have two video cards the same and if the main board is Crossfire compatible. Enable multi-GPU. So the best thing I can do for two R7 360s in Crossfire is to just jump in a couple of games and see how they are holding. Let's go. Let's jump into Battlefield and see how it's running with 1080p and maximum details. This setup is gonna be very interesting to see. It's kind of interesting, you know, because it's not utilizing Crossfire cable in order to achieve this. AMD Crossfire X compatibility, you know, and in this situation we're gonna see how it's running with two AMD R7 video cards. Very interesting setup, seriously. Let's see if we can actually go higher. 77 degrees on the first video card because it's got the airflow from the second video card. So every single time you're crossfiring SLI, that is going to happen all the time. This is gonna be the most legendary kill. This is my dream kill, seriously now. Where are you going? Where are you going? He's here, he's here. Yes! Look! Vehicle disabled! Nah, bro. This is actually a fantastic performance from this. So still holding pretty well, around 100 FPS on average. Not the best performance when it comes to explosion because you can actually see it's reaching nearly 1.5 GB of VRAM. The core is maxed out on both of the video cards, hence why the temperature, I got like nearly 80 degrees on the first video card because it's in between the second one, you know, and it's gutting the airflow. But all I can say is that the performance, it's there, you know, 80 to 100 FPS on average with two R7 video cards in this case in Crossfire. One thing I want to see how it's running with this Battlefield one. 1080p, low details, no downscaling, everything is 100% render scale. I got 1.8 GB of VRAM utilized. 77 degrees on that video card is not okay, but don't have any choice because it's sitting between the XFX, seriously, and it's kind of being, how shall I say, gutted there. The performance is spot on with the video cards, you know, it can actually see it's using the video card VRAM properly. The core is on maximum. In some situation it's dropping below the second one. The second video card's core is not at maximum, but the pair is always on, you know, 50 100 50 100 is like they are splitting the whole thing in between. I like this performance this video card is offering here. The FPS is there, the VRAM utilization is good. On the system side I got like 12.5 GB of system RAM utilized. It's holding pretty well with nearly 30% load on the CPU side. So nothing bad about this computer and this combination, you know. The only thing I need to do is see that the temperature it's actually adequate. I think the excess of FPS needs to be locked with VSync in order to get decent temperature. If we're jumping in GTA 5 with high details, I managed to put here high details with 1080p because I wanted to see how the game it's handling the Crossfire. Actually, see, it's utilizing 320 watts. That's actually good, but it doesn't exceed 2 gig of VRAM. The only thing I want to do is just drive and see if I can fill up the VRAM and manage to pass 2000 VRAM in order to see if it's worth having two video cards like this in Crossfire. Okay, so on the temperature side, even though it's maximum load on the GPU, you can see it stays around 70 degrees. That's actually good, but the only concern is the VRAM. If I cannot justify it with the VRAM, then it's not worth it, because this is a 2 gig of VRAM video card, and if you don't add up that VRAM and benefit from two video cards like this, then it's not worth it. I think in single player it doesn't work. On the system side, I got like 11.7 gig of system RAM, 35% load on the CPU. CPU wise is good, you know. I think the best thing I can do is just jump online and see how it holds there, because there it utilizes more VRAM. Online, apparently, I got 1.9 gig of VRAM utilized. Not bad considering this situation I'm in with this video card. 1080p with high details, and I'm online, and I got like 50-70 FPS on average. I think this is not okay because it doesn't utilize more than 2 gig. It's a very weird performance in this case, not gonna lie. I wish I had more performance, but there is none, you know. I think in some situation the VRAM doesn't pull. I'm thinking because the video card model, they are so weird, you know. It's got a different type of frequency, different type of video cards, you know. Maybe they don't work, you know, but I'm very grateful that it's working in Crossfire like this, you know. So I will say it's an adequate performance, but not the best. There are some games that works really nice with this Crossfire. One of them is Call of Duty, and you can actually see it's doing a fantastic job on utilizing the hardware properly. There's some Call of Duties that don't work in Crossfire with this video card, so I can say nothing good about them, because usually a video card like this in Crossfire is the one that it's gonna dictate if you want to use the video card. This is the reason why I have this game on, you know, because it's working with Crossfire and SLI. In this situation, the performance is good, it doesn't have any problems, so yeah, can't say nothing bad about it because it's on point. Great core utilization, VRAM, almost 1 gig of VRAM utilized. It's not stressing the video card, so can I say nothing bad about this. You know, temperature wise is around 70 degrees, so it's utilizing the video card in this case. On the system side, I got like barely 15% load on the CPU with this game on this quality. Not a single problem here in the world. The most important thing about this setup is to find the right game on this occasion, you know, with Crossfire compatible. Oh, look at the Crossfire glitches. It's working, you know, the Crossfire is working in this game, but you can see it's got a lot of dips in the performance. 100% utilization on the core, frequency, everything is good. VRAM utilization is not at maximum, 1 gig of VRAM, 70 degrees in this occasion, but it's holding pretty well with the video card, you know. I'm on 1080p with everything turned on. This is maximum, and it's doing a fantastic job. What an awesome performance, but it's dipping and it's got some nice screen tearing in order to, I shall say, deliver this performance. Not very efficient in this case. It's got a lot of glitches, but it's holding. Look at it, bang. I mean, considering its maximum details with 1080p, it's not something that I would like to this, you know, because I can adjust the computer in such a way that it doesn't give me the glitches and it's offering me the performance. I like it, you know. I like that the video card itself, they're compatible in this case with the game. Maximum details, I have to tell it, because I think this video card is not capable of delivering the performance on maximum. In Mad Max with 1080p, everything turned on maximum, you can actually see I got a decent performance. The Crossfire here is doing a fantastic job on delivering the performance, but it's being utilized 100%, both of the video cards here with 300 and nearly 20 watts consumption from this configuration. I like the performance, I like the Crossfire, how it's handling the game in this occasion with this video card, you can actually see the performance is spot on. Frequency, core wise, everything is good. The only thing I have problem is the temperature on the first video card. That is, the airflow is not okay on that one because it's gutted by the second one. In this situation, that's the only reason I got 75 degrees, you know. So 80-90 fps on average, the quality is spot on with this. I mean you like the game, you don't like the game, you need to understand some games they are compatible with a specific type of configuration like Crossfire. So this is a good game that runs on Crossfire, but some people don't like it, you know. So some people like it. I like the idea that it's very apocalyptic, and you know, I grew up with the original Mel Gibson Mad Max, you know. The only thing that matters in this case is the Crossfire, and in this case you can actually see he's doing a fantastic job on delivering the FPS. How do you see the performance this video card is offering if it's locked to 60 FPS? So I got 1080p with ultra details with an R7 360 in Crossfire, you know, a very interesting configuration, but I don't know if it's a good performance, you know, because sometimes it's showing me 50, sometimes it shows me 100% on the core load. 1.2 gig of VRAM, that's a good utilization in this case, but the only way I can tell that the video card they are being utilized, I've seen them on maximum load with 320 watts maximum, you know, and it offered me over 60 FPS. So let's say in Mad Max or other games managed to put around 80 FPS, and I got over 300 watts. And in this case 270 watts consumption from this computer shows me that the computer is not utilized at maximum. So intermittent 50-100% load on the core. It's doing a fantastic job. So even on the temperature side, you can see it's only 72, because majority of the time when it was fully loaded, it was 77 degrees, 78 and stuff like that, nearly reaching 80 degrees on the first video card. This is an appropriate game to play on a video card like this, so there is no problem. There's a lot of games you can play on 1080p with low details, but this is one of them that works really nice on ultra. So in this situation with this video card in Crossfire, you actually see the quality is here, the performance is here. So can't say nothing bad about the Crossfire because it's doing the job. It's doing the job in a couple of games perfectly. Crossfire, it's actually justifiable for an older machine, you know, with older games. Just in case you have the opportunity to put Crossfire or SLI. So if the main board supports Crossfire and you have the computer, you have a video card, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna slap in a second one and I'm going to enable Crossfire and I'm going to enable it in a game like this, and it will work really nice. The idea is fantastic. Very interesting performance, very interesting idea that you can put together two video cards. They are not the same brand. They are not the same on the performance, you know. One has got 1650 megahertz on the memory clock, one has 1500, you know, one has nearly 900 shaders, the other one has 700. A very big mismatch, you know. And one of the first one that I have is the MSI model that is got pins, brass pins on the PCI Express, like a couple of them they are missing, and hence why it's got X8. I wanted to install this combination, I wanted to put them together, you know, and I put the XFX first. And this is the funny part. They didn't manage to show me the display. The moment I installed the drivers, black screen, it's shutting down, nothing worked. So I realized the only thing I can do, I remember when I was playing with the memory, is that if you want to put more memory that are mismatched, you know, you have to put the first one that is the slowest, you know, so the rest of them, they are taking that frequency and they go on the same pace like the slowest one. I think this is the reason why this combination is working, because I put the slowest video card on the PCI Express, on the first PCI Express with X8, and I think that's the reason I can match them together in Crossfire. I think, I'm just guessing, you know, maybe there was a problem swapping it. I don't know, seriously. I do know that in the first time I tried, it was the XFX model first, and the second video card was with X8 and it didn't work. Only if I put X8 first. Weird combo. There's so many mismatching Crossfire combination, because apparently there is a table and you can find all kinds of video cards that are working without cable, you know, or even with cable, like 6000 series, all kinds of video cards, and so many that doesn't require to be the same video card. And I can't wait seriously to find more anomalies like this in Crossfire. I like this idea. No, I'm not joking. Seriously, I'm not joking. I like this R7 idea without cable to put Crossfire. The only thing would be nice to have more models working like this, you know, not the same. You know, it would be really nice to have this type of feature in a PC, you know, because it allows you to get a little more performance with another video card, another cheap video card. So yeah, I like it. You know, I don't know what you think about this, because the experience is very unique. Not a lot of games is working with Crossfire. So having two video cards like this, it's worth it if you have the right games. That's it. You know, there's a lot of games that work with Crossfire, with cable Crossfire, and a lot of them, they are not working like this. I'm not sure. I thought it was an easy walk in the park with this video card, with the setup. But the moment I started some games, I was like, wait, this one works with Crossfire with the cable. Why it doesn't work here? So it's working with all video cards in Crossfire, but it doesn't work with R7 in Crossfire like this. Yeah, there's a dodgy thing here going on. Regardless, I like this combination, and if you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, leave a comment, smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.